Hello, my name is METİN Arıdaşır. This is 12th part of my explanation of my theory. Here, some of titles which I wrote for next videos. I'm going to wander around them now. 1. Rhythms in Spectra, the Blackbodies, musical instruments of subjective reality. All of us, all of things in our subjective reality, each one is Blackbody, same. Instrument, musical instrument, but who plays these instruments? And second title, the best and unique players of all bodies, or the best and unique players of all blackbodies in universe. Free electron motion forms. Which tools? Successive waves, remember. What represents the black body? Remember my second part of video. Electron motion form. This is our main subject now. Yes. In universe, electron motion forms one part of the tied, bounded electron motion forms with another one. I say electron motion forms. Free electron motion forms which produces and propagates successive waves. Another type electron motion forms atom type. Electron motion forms. Okay. Remember from second part of my videos, free electron motion forms successive waves n equal 1, n equal 2, and here atom type electron motion form which is not producing and propagating successive waves. It has single motion form, cycle, cycle, cycle, and equal 1. Okay, but when, remember, free electron motion forms nth wave inside of that axis, it enlarges, remember, when this effects vanish, successive waves of free electron motion forms effects vanish. Again, remember, shrinks, then while shrinking, on a single pulse, remember, okay. It produces and propagates on a single pulse. Yes. The things, the body, all bodies or black bodies, all the things are in our subjective reality or universal reality, all bodies. Their constituent parts are atom-type electron motion forms and atoms. But they are making joint cycles. And from now on, a body, this is a body, say, cannot produce successive waves except in this body if some electrons from now on are free, yes, they start to produce and propagate successive waves. But mainly, here, our best player, which plays tight electron bodies, atom-tight electron bodies, or black bodies, or this inside of this thing. This is a body. Okay. Successive waves come in, then make enlarge the tight electron, and when they vanish, this tight electron shrink back in its initial original wavelength. While doing this, make single wave pulse. Yes. My third title. What does the continuous spectrum graphs with or without lines represent? Here. Intensity, wavelength. Continuous spectrum. This graph, with or without lines. Here line. Remember, this was according to my theory, this line was single wave pulse of tight bounded electron motion form. Okay. But this graph, all of that, variable wavelengths. Remember, this graph source is, according to my theory, this graph's source is free electron motion form, which produces and propagates successive waves. But while doing this, it must relocate at v velocity. Yes, remember, at v velocity. This is free electron motion form. In the direction of motion, relocating motion, narrower wavelength. Okay? Remember, at each angles, different wavelengths, and each point's different, remember, velocity, different wavelength, different point energy. Remember. And here, this continuous spectrum is representing, or this continuous graph represents electron motion form which is relocating. At v velocity. Okay. And like this, here again, wavelength, intensity, energy, you say. Here, wave narrower, starting point for X-rays. Okay. I accepted that's 90 degree. And here, by decreasing wavelength, just that point represent lambda n minus delta lambda. And at this point, the velocity of the wave, c minus velocity of the electron. This direction represents 0 degree. Remember, here 0 degree, 90 degree, electron motion forms relocating direction. Here, wavelength will not change, lambda n. Here, wavelength will equal lambda. Alpha will be equal lambda n minus delta lambda. Remember this. Okay. Shortly, I mentioned on next videos I will explain all of that, okay? Fourth title. Breathing the absorption-emission lines. our changing spectral lines through the existing or non-existing effects of free electron motion forms. According to my theory, all absorption or emission lines belongs to atom type electron motion forms. These electron motion forms type, atom type, connected. It had made joint cyclical motion with another electron-like motion forms. For instance, proton. I guess the proton, so small, electron-like motion forms had come together, connected, then larger wavelength electron motion form come here. Okay. Make joint motion with proton. Okay. Here we are. Atom type electron motion form. Here, okay, and here this part proton, this part electron. Here, it has initial wavelength in balance situation. Okay, we think of about that at rest, nothing at rest, nothing at rest. There is no potential energy. If we say the potential for at rest, there is no potential energy. Because of cycling, go, okay? It goes on. Motion that we cannot see. We think that body at rest and it has potential energy. No. Okay. I must be quick. Here, atom type electron motion form. Here, free electron motion form. It's successive waves. This is so important. N equal 1, 2, 3, 4. So important. Because different we see, different we achieve, different. If fifth successive wave affect this connection of atom type electron, this is lambda. According to my theory, it enlarge at the rate of n squared. Like this. This is so important. On the next, I will explain of all of that. Here, free electron motion form. Here, atom type. Okay. Say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Okay. Come in. N equal 10. 10th successive wave of free electron motion form coming. This is lambda. This enlarge. Okay. this n square lambda. Okay, this is so important. And when these free electron motion forms successive waves vanish, this enlarged wave of atom-type electron shrinks again its initial lambda. While doing this, remember my formula. What was it? One of that, n squared lambda n. I must put my book, okay. I must remember my formula. Wait a moment. Here we are. Oh my God. Yes. Help my book, help me. Minus delta lambda cosine alpha. Okay. Here. Next time I will explain all of that. Now, this is free electron motion form, atom-type electron motion form, enlarged and then shrink. Okay, first enlarge. Enlarging is absorption. Okay. While it is shrinking, this electron motion form, while shrinking, single wave pulse, remember, it produces single wave pulse. Like laser, only single pulse, but it has an energy. I will explain that energy quantity then, okay? But shortly, it enlarged to, for example, okay, according to my theory, because of, yes, no delta lambda n minus because of no changing. Yes, only n changed. Okay. This is enlarged energy. Okay. Quantity, and this is its original initial energy, because n equal 1, okay? Greater than this. Here, I try to explain. On the next, I will, of course, explain this. so important. Free electron motion form make enlarge this tight electron motion form and absorption. Okay, that absorption time n square lambda, here original lambda. Okay, this is enlarged n square lambda, this is original lambda. Okay, enlarged here. This enlarged absorption energy, we say, okay, smaller than its initial energy of tight electron motion form. And this difference, this energy difference, equal energy of single wave pulse. Enlarged wave energy. Yes, initial wave energy minus enlarged wave energy is equal, while shrinking, it makes single wave pulse equal that. Okay. I explain all of spectrals with this. This is my formula with this. I'll explain all of this. For example, this is tight electron motion form. By effect of free electron motion from successive waves, sample here, enlarge this third position and stay here. Then another successive wave make enlarge greater, say fifth. Then from this fifth step, go back third step again. This difference is, again, while shrinking that third step, again, it will make a pulse, single wave pulse. Okay, and this is the formula. Single wave pulse will be difference, this difference. But on the next, I will explain all of that. I had written before, and here I explain most of spectrum. Here, hydrogen, lithium, and on the next I will explain. Comparing my computations and datas. Okay. Like this. Now, remember, again, what I said. Rhythms in spectra. Blackbodies, musical instruments of subjective reality. All bodies, tight electrons, atom-tight electrons, okay? Enlarging, shrinking, changing rhythms. Interaction between free electron motion forms and our bodies, atom-tight electrons, together, enlarging, shrinking, and producing single-wave pulses like lasers, each one of us, at the same time, lasers. Each one of us, we are lasers, we are blackbodies, you said, okay. But sometimes we produce free electron motion forms because of breaking. Here, a thing, a body, but inside of some atom-type electron motion forms may break by another free electron motion form, successive waves, short by means of shorter wavelengths, successive waves, okay? I tried to tell in time, of course, in time. Go back. What does the continuous spectrum graphs with or without lines represent? Continuous spectrum graphs, it's not important whether from the sun, whether from X-rays. Okay, this type of graphs represents relocating electron motion forms successive waves in continuously varying its wavelength. Okay. Where we will put the lines, absorption or emission lines, single wave pulses of atom-type electron motion forms